Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the show. This is Sports with Strawberry Ice. I'm your host, Jeff Trunapole, and as always, I'm bringing you sports from a West Side point of view right here in the great city of Cincinnati, home of the Cincinnati Reds, who hopefully will be starting baseball very, very soon. YouTube subscribers, we're doing awesome. We're up to 464. Getting closer to 500. Just hit that subscribe button as you're watching this video. All right, AJ Green has come out and said that he's ready to work with Joe Burrow whenever that is possible. Now, the interesting thing with that statement is the end of the year, everybody's like, well, he was saying that he might not show up to mini camps, he might not show up to training camp because he was unhappy with his contract, and yada, yada, yada. Well, there hasn't been any mini camps, and training camp hasn't started yet, so he hasn't been able to, fulfill any of that. So hopefully, it sounds like he's changed his mind. I think, personally, he's changed his mind with he actually gets a chance to work with a potentially great quarterback in Joe Burrow. And he hasn't had that. Andy Dalton, how many times during Andy Dalton's career did he underthrow AJ, or he barely ever overthrew him, or he was just off his mark or whatever, and AJ would have to make great catches, or he didn't make the catch? I think he's extremely excited about working with Joe Burrow and seeing what Burrow did against the best defense in college football in the national championship game, Clemson. Second half, he tore him up. So I think that has a lot to do with AJ's changing of his tune. And I also think it has to do with the free agents that the Bengals have signed and the direction that they are going. I think he's very excited about it. And AJ, he's 30. He doesn't have a ton of years left. So if you look at it this way, TJ Hushmanzada left Carson Palmer and the Bengals, and he went to Seattle. I don't remember if it was for more money or what. I don't remember the circumstances, but TJ was never the same. He had back-to-back great years with the Bengals. He got his money. Well, I think he's only there for 1 year, then he got cut, and then he was out of the league in like 2 years. I remember him like the third wide receiver with Baltimore. So the grass isn't always greener on the other side. So I think AJ's kind of realizing that. So anyway, this is some of the stuff that he said in this article. Okay, AJ also said about his health. He said he's back to normal as far as his health goes. He's 100% to go, which honestly, as long as he stays healthy, he hasn't really gotten hit in a year and a half. So that could be really good, meaning his body is just recovered from just the years of playing football. And so that could go to him having a better year this year than he's had, the last 2 years. He hadn't done much of anything because he's got hurt. So as long as he doesn't get hurt, we'll see. All right, now, this is something that Green also said. Burrow and Green have been talking back and forth. Green said, we talked yesterday. I know he, meaning Burrow, wants to get together and throw somewhere. Quoting Green. Now, this is where I'm like, Green is all in. I told him, meaning Joe Freaking Burrow, wherever he is, we will come to him. I don't know where, I don't know how, but he's the quarterback. He makes the location, and we have to get there. I love that. That is very exciting. That is, because you can say that AJ, him and Andy were good friends. They've been teammates for almost 10 years. So they're pretty good friends. And I know they had he said goodbye to him the other day via a Facebook call. Him and Andy had a conversation the day he signed with the Cowboys, or the day he got released, something like that. So that AJ has a relationship with Andy. And that's kind of, that's his boy. That's been his quarterback. That's the only quarterback he's known in the pros. And for him to not necessarily kick Andy to the curb, and I'm not saying he did that, but just to move on to Joe, that's just being a professional and a veteran. And like I said, I think AJ knows that Joe is legit. Okay, on more stuff that Green said. Once they do start working together, Green will be trying to do more than adjusting to Burrow's playing style. Meaning Green may be a vet, but he wants to be sure that Burrow feels comfortable leading. That's huge. Right out of the gate. Because the quarterback, that's the quarterback's role on the team. And if your best player, which you can argue AJ or Joe Mixon is your best player right now, but probably your longest tenured vet, is saying that about the new quarterback coming in, and he's saying that Joe says, all right, we're going to meet up in my parents' backyard. He said wherever, whenever. All the wide receivers, tight ends, running back, all of us got to get there so we can catch passes from Joe. That's awesome. That means if AJ's in, I think everybody's in. And it also, to me, I think AJ's either not worrying about the contract or that there's been enough talks that he is comfortable that they're going to get something done. So something has happened with AJ and his contract, I think, and all the stuff that the Bengals have done have softened his view as toward the Bengals compared to what it was at the end of the year. Now, like I said yesterday, I know they got the article I read yesterday, AJ comes before Joe. And I'm not a big fan of signing running backs to long-term contracts. I love Joe Mixon. It has nothing to do with how I feel about Joe Mixon. I think Joe Mixon is one of the best running backs in football. The problem is you can get two guys for less money to do, if you have a good offensive line, what Joe has done. And I'm not trying to downplay anything that Joe's done. Joe's a great quarterback. And you got to figure, or running back. You got to find out what Joe wants in a contract. He's not getting Christian McCaffrey money. I mean, that is not happening. The Bengals are not going to sign him for that. He's not going to get Zeke Elliott money. He's got to, if he comes more where if he wants to be the highest paid running back, that's probably not going to happen. Because you look at last year, look at Melvin Gordon. He held out the year before he became a free agent in I was at San Diego again. In L.A. He held out, and he had a terrible year. He didn't have a very good year, and he signed with Denver for, I think, probably less money than he could have had if he had a great year with San Diego. So running backs holding out don't always work out for them. I mean, it worked out for Zeke. It didn't work out for Melvin Gordon. I don't think Joe's going to hold out. Just the way he's been as a Bengal. I know he had that issue in college, and that's why he was a second-round pick, and a lot of teams weren't going to touch him because of that. But since then, since the Bengals have drafted him, he's been a model citizen. He's been a great guy in the locker room. He doesn't stir waves up. I mean, if you follow him on Twitter, the worst thing he said is, watch out, we're going to be better than everybody thinks we are. That's not a quote. It's something like that, he said. He's been hyping up the Bengals, saying, all right, keep talking, national media. We got something for you. So Joe's all in. AJ's all in. So I don't see them holding out or not being ready for the season. I think, like I said, either the Bengals are talking to them or something is in the works that is going to make them happy, and hopefully Bengals, I won't say for a really long time, because I'm sorry, it's football. You can't be, unless you're a quarterback and you're Tom Brady, or guys don't play to NFL till you're 40. I mean, you make it till you're 35. That's a good long career. So anyway, I just don't think the good feelings that the Bengals have started this year and have went throughout, and everything that Mixon has said and everything that AJ said, I really think that something is in the works and we're going to get them signed. Now, another interesting thing that Zach Taylor said today on his Zoom press conference, I hosted a watch party on Bengals Nation, and I think I heard this right. They're asking him about, obviously about AJ, and he said, hey, me and AJ got a good relationship. He said that, I don't know, 4 or 5 times in this offseason. And the other thing he said, since we haven't had the mini camps or anything, and if things start opening up in July, that there's a possibility that they might have a prolonged training camp and start it in July. Since they haven't had mini camps, they couldn't have a rookie camp. They haven't done anything basically since the season ended. They haven't done anything. So I don't know if it was just his thought or something that might be in the works, but he was saying that, maybe we can start training camp in July, and I'm okay with that. I mean, no games, and I'm not saying you got to go there and you got to smash heads and, put the pads on and go 2 days in July. No, I'm just like you would do mini camps. Just break them in slowly, and if they want to have team practices, against another team, you can call Indianapolis. They're 2 hours away. You can call Cleveland. They're 4 hours away. They're close. You guys, Cleveland and Cincinnati could meet somewhere in Ohio somewhere, to play. I mean, the Bengals could drive to Indy and practice. I mean, there's things that they could do to help prepare themselves for the season. And I really like that idea. Like I said, I just heard it from Zach. I don't know if the NFL is talking about it or anything. That's just something I heard. Anyway, today's Friday, so normally I do a Zeke of the Week, and I have been racking my brain trying to find something, but nobody's done anything stupid. Nobody said anything against the Bengals. Nobody said anything against the Reds. I mean, everything's kind of upbeat because it feels like sports is coming back. So I got nothing for you, and nobody mentioned anything to me on the YouTube channel, give me a suggestion, so there is no Zeke of the Week, I guess. Trust me, I will find something. It's a lot easier when the season starts. A lot easier to find one. All right. I got some Facebook groups here that I like to mention that I help run. And you guys have been doing awesome. All these groups, we've added a ton of people. And I love all of you guys contributing to each of these groups. We got Bengals Nation, Reds Country, Bearcats Country, and Cyclones Country. Just go on there and ask to join. Some of them we got questions, some of them we don't. And most time, me and Mike and the other admins will let you in. We do try to make sure if you're the Bengals, if you got a picture of the Steelers on your page, we're not letting you in. Just telling you. And then, so anyway, just if you're trying to sneak in, we got you. All right. If you guys are listening to me on the podcast, do me a favor. Give me a 5-star review. It's on Apple Podcasts. Anywhere else, make sure you like and subscribe. YouTubers, as I said at the beginning, we are up to 464 subscribers. I love it. I love all the comments. Please keep commenting. It's great. Somebody messaged me right before I started doing the show. I don't remember what show that was this week. I said that I'm not a great athlete, and I guess they thought that was funny. So, which I'm not. I mean, I used to be a okay athlete, not a great athlete. Now I'm a fat guy who likes beer and likes to sit around and watch sports. So, anyway, other than that, that's just sports, baby. Like, subscribe, share. Tell all your friends about me. See ya.